He's killed the business.
Make it quick.
Good news.
No. Yeah, maybe Black-Briar.
You did? Thanks. I'll get you the rest of your coin by tomorrow.
Yeah, funny about that. The price was 100 higher than I expected.
Back on you.
We have 25 side missions to do. We've done 2. Lovely. I would be happy if we get somewhat above 50% of the, when we are more or less done with the main plot line. We would still need to go out and do other things, but we would be in a spot where we don't have to spend a ton and ton and ton of extra time to do it. So. Some missions we need to do here. Black-Briar. Indoors house. That's Belindor. Belindor. Indoor. Bigger apartment and a golden urn. Pretty fit. Random placement is random. No. Maven Black-Briar. I might return this mission. Yeah, I think I'll do the other side mission too. What was it? Drunken Huntsman. One in Roofton, this would be second in Whiterun. Once we have about 5 of these, we'll get a special mission. Special missions are the only thing I'm really interested in. But this is a road we have to take if we want to go there. I'll go talk to the Maven Black-Briar first. Get a new set of missions and do them before we return back here. Bee and Bar.
So you're the one. You don't look so impressive.
I'm the best at what I do.
Is that confidence I hear? Or is it arrogance? Strange how often they're confused. You have to understand, it's been a long time since Brynjolf sent me anyone I can rely on.
You have no faith in the guild.
Faith? I don't have faith in anyone. All I care about is cause and effect, Did the job get done, and was it done correctly? There's no gray area.
You won't have that problem with me.
I hope not. This is an important job. I have a competitor called Hunningbrew Meadery that I want to put out of business. I also want to know how they managed to get the place up and running so quickly.
Where do I begin?
Head to the Bannered Mare in Whiterun and look for Malus Macius. He'll fill you in on all the details. One more time, in case I wasn't clear. You butcher this job, and you will be sorry.
You do know that I can easily murder you in a second. I know, this is a common problem with influential people. They mistake the influence they wield as power they wield themselves. They don't have power themselves. They have power to influence others. If they are confronted by even a mediocre person, or let alone a powerful one, they'll get destroyed. They're just one pointy stick poke away from death. Everyone is.
What's going on?
If you realize that kind of frailty, you understand that makes a lot of sense to have a basic level of respect toward any human being you'll ever encounter. Very unlikely that they're gonna take their pointy stick and stick it in you, but you only need one who does, and it's game over.
You're Brynjolf's new protege.
Steal anything worth talking about?
Like much to
I
me.
suppose you want your share now. Here you go. I handle the If you don't like that kind of work, talk to... Pretty simple. The catch is... You ready for some good old-fashioned... Fine. Here's everything you need to know.
Shall we pull up a sec? Couldn't have done it better myself.
They repeat the same
Oh,
shit, so I don't
if
feel the need
breaking's
to
a
have
royal
conversation with them.
Most of the... You'll feel like doing a bit of writing. Here's everything you
Welcome
need.
to the cozy little family.
get cool,
I'm one of the...
but
for the
we've
guild.
never heard of
I
you.
watch Delvin's back.
It's one thing to say you've got the skills to be a
Okay, Riften and
thief.
another
It's
job.
to actually use them.
Got the quest for it yet? Where do we get this from? Didn't get the Vex's job.
Need a few spare Got more than you can handle. Have a house with a good bit of value. Fine, just keep it clean. Here you go.
Whiterun Riften. The Whiterun would basically get its third mission from this. This is preferable to me. I mean, instead of having all cities progressing evenly, we have something that moves the special mission fairly quickly. Now. Malus Massive. It's the Whiterun mission. Greymane. Yeah, that's a tough one. Not during daytime though. It's a tough one mainly because it has a lot of people living in it. But there's a good chance there's always someone there.
Can't a man drink in peace?
Maven said you're expecting me.
I'm gonna keep this short because we've got a lot to do. Brew's owner, Sabjorn, is about to hold a tasting for Whiterun's captain of the guard, and we're going to poison the mead.
Do you have the poison?
No, that's the beauty of the whole plan. We're going to get Sabjorn to give it to us. The meadery has quite a pest problem and the whole city knows about it. Pest poison and mead don't mix well, you know what I mean?
So how do I fit in?
You're going to happen by and lend poor old Sabjorn a helping hand. He's going to give you the poison to use on the pests, but you're also going to dump it into the brewing vat.
Clever.
Maven and I spent weeks planning this. All we need is someone like you to get in there and get it done. Now get going before Sabjorn grows a brain and hires someone else to do the dirty work.
How do I get to the brewing vat?
Both of the buildings are connected by tunnels made by the pests infesting the meadery. There's an entrance to it in the basement storeroom of the warehouse that used to be boarded over. I've already removed the boards so the meadery would get infested. That's where you should start.
What about just going in through the brewery?
Sabjorn keeps that locked up tight. If you can get through that way, go right ahead.
Why are you doing all this?
I made the mistake of borrowing coin from Sabjorn. He's allowing me to pay it back, but he's working my fingers to the bone. He treats me like a slave. I have to do every nasty, dirty job in the meadery.
It's more of this than a debt.
If this plan works, not only is my debt gone, but I'll be set up for life. Maven and I worked out a little deal. If Sabjorn ends up in jail, she's gonna take over his meadery. And guess who gets to run the Black-Briar meadery in Whiterun? You're looking at him. Remember, Sabjorn will be needing a helping hand. Good.
We had the thievery job, didn't we? Jeweled candlestick or something equally ridiculous.
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you.
Ooh, this might be easy. You have a legitimate reason to enter the house.
I trust your daughter.
Sometimes I miss the soldier's life,
Are you
but when I
here?
hold my daughter in my arms, I know I made the right choice.
Brings a black candy to the lady of the house. Yep. She has her mouth open. It's the only reasonable explanation. I don't get why some of these people really wander around. It causes a problem. When you try to sometimes locate people, they're nowhere to be found. They could be just stuck in someone else's house. I guess it's because they maybe search for a location for their daily activities, routines, go eat, lie down in a bed, that sort of thing. They might prioritize certain locations that are easily available at that time. And then they end up in these weird places. Where is the army? So that's the third one for Whiterun. The other one, I don't recall where it was. Was it in Riften? Hardly matters. And the water is bugging out again. I have that on a map. Okay, yeah. Running Brew Meadery. Offer to get rid of their pest problem.
What are you gawking at? Can't you see I have problems here?
Something wrong?
Are you kidding me? Look at this place. I'm supposed to be holding a tasting of the new Hunting Brew Reserve for the Captain of the Guard. If he sees the meadery in this state, I'll be ruined.
I might be able to help.
Oh, really? And I don't suppose you just do it out of the kindness of your heart, would you? I hope you're not expecting to get paid until the job's done.
That's the way I operate.
Oh, very well. Here's half. You'll get the rest when the job's done. My only demand is that these vermin are permanently eliminated before my reputation is completely destroyed.
How do I permanently clear the vermin?
I bought some poison. I was going to have my lazy good-for-nothing assistant Malice handle it, but he seems to have vanished. If you plant this in the vermin's nest, it should stop them from ever coming back.
Got a deal.
Don't come back until every one of those things are dead. Now I've got to clean up this mess.
Poison the nest. Yeah, let's not mess about here. Pretty straightforward job, so I'm just gonna go and hack people to shit. These are normal rats. Venom Fang Skeever. But they're not they're still rats, and we're not in any danger. Just pointing it out, there's something weird with them. To try the slow time thing. What the hell? Okay, that's not normal. These are not rat traps. Yeah, this is traps to kill people. I doubt the rats funded this, that's what I'm saying. Camelin. Okay, this is a much better ability. The first word of power version of this was pretty... didn't do shit, basically. You move just as slowly as everyone else. So I didn't really see the point. 10 years of ridicule, 10 years of imprisonment, 10 years of exile. The children threw rocks and the women spat upon me as the menfolk dragged me into Whiterun's prison. They branded me a danger to their pitiful existence, used words like madman and insane. Could a madman escape the prison undetected? Could a lunatic establish a laboratory right under their noses? Could a psychopath create a mighty army from the common skeever? My days as an apprentice alchemist in Winterhold were no better. Those egotistical braggarts couldn't compete with my abilities. Where they fell short, I'd constantly excel. Did they appreciate my genius? Did they relish my contribution? No. My instructors beat me and said I was irresponsible. And the Archmage cast me into the streets like a common beggar. As my enemy grows complacent and weak, as they forget Hamelin and his utter brilliance, I build my army. I use every bit of knowledge at my disposal to forge their demise. Thanks to Sabjorn's unwitting assistance, my legion grows stronger every day. The irony that the same ingredients used to make this vile drink could be used to feed my offspring isn't lost upon me. Oh, they will pay. Their ignorance of impending annihilation amuses me. I will bury Whiterun and watch Winterhold burn, and when they experience the fury I've unleashed upon them, when my progeny are gnawing their flesh from their bones, they will come begging and groveling at my feet. But there will be no mercy, no quarter, and no leniency, and I will laugh, and I will dance, and I will rejoice over their mangled, broken corpses. The time for recompense has arrived. 10 years of pain, 10 years of misery, 10 years of death. Well, what do you say to that? Not exactly the healthiest of person. You apply the poison to the nest. 3 thieves. 2 ships. We're done. Honningbrew Brew House Key. How do you, oh, on the other side. Wrap on that mission. What? We need a special item from this. Has to be some kind of a specialty item. Didn't even pay attention to it. Totally forgot about it.
Malice is teaching me everything he knows about brewing. Hopefully, I can take it.
Was something we discussed unclear?
Yep, finished.
Well, it's about time. I had to stall the captain until you were finished.
What about my pay?
You'll just have to wait until after the captain's finished. I suppose you can wait around if you must.
Well, Sabjorn, now that you've taken care of your little pest problem, how about I get a taste of some of your mead?
Help yourself, my lord. It's my finest brew yet. I call it Honningbrew Reserve. I think you'll find it quite pleasing to your palate.
Oh, come now. This is mead, not some wine to be sipped and savored. By the 8. What's in this?
I don't know. What's wrong?
You assured me this place was clean. I'll see to it that you remain in irons for the rest of your days.
No, please. I don't understand.
Silence, idiot. I should have known better to trust this place after it's been riddled with filth.
I beg you, please. This is not what it seems.
You're in charge here until I can sort this all out.
It will be my pleasure.
And you're coming with me to Dragon's Reach. We'll see how quickly your memory clears in the city's prisons. Now, move.
Look, I assure you this is all just a huge misunderstanding.
I said, move!
Farewell, Sabjorn.
Mission successful.
I don't think that could have gone any better. Anything else you need before you head back to Riften?
I need to get a look at Sabjorn's books.
So, Maven wants to hunt down Sabjorn's private partner, huh? You're welcome to take a look around Sabjorn's office. He keeps most of his papers stashed in his desk. Here, this should help.
Sabjorn's treasure. Yeah, you never mentioned that lunatic living in the tunnels.
I thought it would be better to leave some of the details out of our previous discussion. Didn't want to risk you walking away from the job. Besides, you've done Maven a favor getting rid of him, and saved me from wasting coin hiring someone else to do it later. Remember to put in a good word with Maven for me.
I need to find the specialty item. Probably don't need to, but I'd like to find it. Lusty Argonian Maver, Volume 2. Have need of Sindric. Sabjorn, this is my third and final offer. I feel that I've been more than generous with the amounts I've stated to buy your meadery. There is no reason for competition to stifle both our business. Ununified, we could make Black-Briar Mead a household name and bury anyone else who tries to start a similar business in Skyrim. If you wish to accept my offer, please come to Riften and stay at my manor as a guest. I think you'll find that being a part of the Black-Briar family would be both lucrative and life-saving. Yeah, life-saving indeed. Missouri note. Shit. Shit. Honningbrew decanter. Silver. More money. Okay, what did we get? Sabjorn. Within the enclosed crate, you'll find the final payment. As we discussed, Honningbrew Meadery should now begin brewing mead at full production. In regards to your concerns about interference from Maven Black-Briar, I can assure you that I'll do everything in my power to keep her assets and her cronies at bay. It's the beginning of a long and successful future for both of us. The same person. Blacksmith in Rift. It's a second notch in Riften. Yes. Thirdly, yes. bad time to try to do anything here. Plus we could wait a few moments, see if they go to sleep. Many people walking about. It would have been so much easier during daytime, but whatever. I'll get the goddamn book. I can see the book. Mission complete.
I trust you have good news for me? This doesn't tell me much. The only thing that could identify Sabjorn's partner is this odd little symbol.
Yes, I've seen that symbol before.
Well, whoever this mysterious marking represents, they'll regret starting a war with me. You should bring this information to the Thieves Guild immediately. There's also the matter of your payment. I believe you'll find this more than adequate for your services. I believe we're
Last
done.
sword of lightning. It is not really all that amazing. It's hard to tell. Would have you gotten this same item if you would have done this mission earlier? Then it would have been a very nice thing. Naturally, the elemental bonus damage would have probably been very much weaker. Besides that, I wonder if anything would have really changed.
Want to talk? Go ahead.
I'll do the secondary missions first, of recording. Pick new ones.
Something troubling you? This kind of work suits you, but it's going to end up making you rich. Well, well, if you happen to, I think you'll find this payment to be more. Spare time. We want to waylay a shipment. Now that's what I like to hear. Off you go.
Numbers job.
Out with it. And with no strings attached. Not bad. Got plenty. Take your pick. We're looking to recover an heirloom. Fine. Here's everything you need to know.
If you're looking for extra work, I've got coin and I've got merchandise. Let's see what we can do.
I have a sword. 37 points of shock damage.
All right then.
That's not much, but we're making progress. New sites will be in Markath and Markath.
Word on the street is that poor Sabjorn has found himself in Whiterun's prison. How unfortunate for him.
It's very fortunate for Maven.
Exactly. Now you're beginning to see how our little system works. Maven sent word that you discovered something else while you were out there. Something important to the guild?
The same symbol from Golden Glow was involved.
Then this is beyond coincidence. First Arangoth, and now Sabjorn. Someone's trying to take us down by driving a wedge between Maven and the guild.
Anything we can do?
Mercer thinks he knows a way to identify this new thorn in our side. He wants to meet with you right away. And if I were you, I'd hurry. I've never seen him this angry before.
Scoundrel's Folly.
Ah, there you are. I've consulted my contacts regarding the information you recovered from Golden Glow Estate, but no one can identify that symbol.
I found the same marking at Honningbrew.
It would seem our adversary is attempting to take us apart indirectly by angering Maven Black-Briar. Very clever.
Clever or not, they need to go away.
Don't dismiss our adversary so easily. They're well-funded, patient, and have been able to avoid identification for years. However, don't mistake my admiration for complacency. Our nemesis is going to pay dearly.
How can we make them pay?
Because even after all their posturing and planning, they've made a mistake. The parchment you recovered mentions a Godgel lie. According to my sources, that's an old alias used by one of our contacts. His real name is Gullum Eye. Slimy bastard.
So where do I begin?
Gullum Eye is our inside man at the East Empire Company in Solitude. I'm betting he acted as a go-between for the sale of Golden Glow Estate and that he can finger our buyer. Get out there, shake him down, see what you come up with. Talk to Brynjolf before you leave if you have any questions.
Gullum Eye.
I can't believe Gullum Eye's mixed up in all this. That Argonian couldn't find his tail with both hands. Don't get me wrong, he could scam a beggar out of his last septim, but he's no mastermind.
Think he'll give me trouble?
Trouble? He's one of the most stubborn lizards I've ever met. You have your work cut out for you.
So how do I get him to talk?
You're going to have to buy him off. It's the only way to get his attention. If that fails, follow him and see what he's up to. If I know Gullum Eye, he's in way over his head, and you'll be able to use it as leverage.
He's going to owe us.
Aye, he does indeed. And with his fingers in the East Empire Company's pie, we'll make good use of that debt. If I'm not being clear enough, that means we don't want him killed. For now, just keep on his tail and he's bound to step into something he can't scrape off his boot.
If I get information from Gullum Eye, what then?
Just head right back to the guild and get the information to Mercer. Nothing else is more important. If you discover Gullum Eye's holding out on us and has more loot stashed away than he claims, we'd find that information quite valuable as well. Good luck in Solitude. Keep Gullum Eye alive, but remind him who we are.
Speak to Gullum Eye and do a couple of jobs in market.
Hey! I want to talk to you. Now.
Good luck with that.